Good afternoon, everybody. We are back. It is raining. It is 76 degrees outside. Not as nice as it was earlier, but it's okay still out there. We've got Frank, CFV, first in the chat today. Dark Matter, King Mama, Dark Matter, Lucky Stotts, Dark Matter, Brian L, John J, Outdoor Smile. We've got, hold on, go down just slightly with the camera. You know what we could do? Lift this chair just slightly. I think the chair fell a little bit. That's what it was. Yeah, now we're good to go. Brian, John J, Outdoor Smile, Dark Matter, Stig Beater. We got John J, Pika Power is in the chat. Outdoor Smile, Dark Matter, Stig, King Mamba, Dark Matter, John J, Stig Beater, Dark Matter, Amal, Outdoor, Dark Matter, Outdoor, Pika, and Congus. Man, Dark Matter. This is the way you start a live stream. I don't even think Trapper's in here, man, so I'm looking at you and I'm thinking about you right now. You take a little lick with a little stick. Dark Matter, thank you very much for the lick and stick banana super sticker. Thank you very much. Looking good today, bro. 10 Ds, man. Not looking so bad yourself, my friend. Let's go see how the market's doing, though. We've got AMC pulling back ahead of the earnings report, sitting at $18.80 right now. 59 cents higher on the day, 3.21%. Shiba Inu coin pulling back, sitting at $11.69, down 1.23% today. GameStop coming back down a little bit, 1.27% higher on the day, 38.40. Bitcoin down in another year round. Bitcoin going down, swing in. Bitcoin 22,451 right now, down 1.65% on the day. The Nasdaq still up 1/3% right now, 12,705. GameStop 1.21%. Biora Therapeutics up 8% on the day. Biora Therapeutics not doing too bad at all right there. 76 cents per share. AMC 1882, trying to get a couple green lines on there. Ethereum, Shiba, and Bitcoin are in the red. Sundial 2.5% in the green. Molinado getting hit 8% right now, down to 84.5 cents. CEI sitting at 35 cents per share. The SPY down 0.10%. BBIG halted, ladies and gentlemen. I do not know how long this stock is going to be suspended for. I believe the NASDAQ needs some more information from BBIG. So it is halted at the moment. Don't know when trading's going to open back up. Don't know if it's going to open up. Don't know if it's going to open down. Highcroft Mining sitting at $1.04.5. Netflix sitting at $229, 1.29% higher on the day. Redbox sitting down 2.5%. Clovis $1.65. Box $1.96. Revlon $7.64. 98.99 100 points per coin on Terralin Classic, and 323.84 on the QQQ. My God, it just goes up and up and up, and it only ever goes up. QQQ not doing too bad at all right there. Boom, 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 boom. Nothing but green lines over the last month if you're watching on the daily chart. What do we got going on in the chat? Looking good today. Thank you. I'll read that one 3 times 10 Ds. Heck yeah, weather perfect here. Too bad I have to work. Darn it, man. Pika. You got a window? The blinds are closed in here. I technically have a window, but the blinds are closed. So we're going to make sure that I get that ad on right now for anybody that joins. And if you don't get 50 likes by about 4:15 or so, you're definitely getting hit with an ad. And then if you want, we will be streaming. I'm gonna register right now. Hold on. Before a ton of people jump in here. I'm gonna register for the earnings report so that you guys can listen to that. Let's see here. Alright, investor relations. Yes. August 4th, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Yes. Making it happen. Making it happen. Okay. No. Yes. All right. You are welcome. All right, starts in 48 minutes, guys. Starts in 48 minutes. We'll be listening to that. Must start 15 minutes early. Yeah. Looks like it starts 15 minutes early. All right, so we're going to have to see when they jump on that call, but it does look like, as you guys can see, that it starts The lobby's going to open at 4:45. Lick the like button. It might work, man. Yes, there's a window with a great view of the parking lot. Pika. I mean, the view of the parking lot's the best thing, though, especially if you park your car right there and you can think about going home all day long. That's the best view there is. Let's see, 240p vision, something. He's back, bro! Started a new portfolio 2 weeks ago, already up 3.7%, and current annual dividend average is 2.72. We'll adjust weight as I get more data. Frank, now that's what I'm talking about. And he's a member for 1 year. Frank is the man. Frank, dude, thank you very much for being a bro for an entire year, and the dude's already killing it on his portfolio. I love it, Frank. Heck yeah, man. High insight, haircut is on point. Noise. On a funny note, on Instagram, there are several fake Claybro accounts. Messaged some dude, and he did not know what the licking stick was. Ow. These guys got to get better than that. Come on, man. If they're going to impersonate me, they at least got to have some personal data. You got to know what the licking stick is. Jeez, keep up with these guys. Colt or Shib? I'm going to say Shib, man. I'm going to say Shib. Congrats, Frank. Heck yeah. How dare he? You got me, man. You got me. This guy better know what the licking stick is if he's going to try to impersonate a Claybro here. I feel like that's just the bare minimum. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's the bare minimum that you need to do. Spend at least one live stream in the live stream. Figure out some stuff, and then you're going to be better off trying to scam people because at least you're going to, I don't know, have a surface level appreciation and understanding of what takes place here. 2 minutes, Clay Pringles. We got 2 minutes left in the day. Ooh, and we're dipping down. We're dipping down into the red at the end of the day. GameStop falling down too. The QQQ moving up. It seems like it's going to be a tough close for AMC with people getting out ahead of the earnings report. Oh boy, we're going to have to see how that ends here in a second. But nonetheless, we do have a couple red lines coming on there. Maybe we can invite Claybro to the Discord. Yes, please invite me to the Discord. Speaking of Discord. Let's see if this works. Yes! I don't have to go copy and paste it again. Pika, yes! Alright, we'll pin the Pika. We'll pin the Pika on that one. Pika, we got the pin on there for you. Thank you very much. I even like the YouTube button there. Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Pika, thank you very much. Guys, we got less than 1 minute left in the chat right now. We've got AMC sitting on a green candle, $18.63 per share right now. I want to know green, red, green, red, green, red. What do you guys think the candle's going to be right now? Green, red, get it in the comments below. We got 18, 67, 66, 67, 68, 66, 67, 68, 69, 69. Ooh, 69. 1867 right now is going to be green candle, green candle, green candle, red candle. What do we have right now? Ahead of the earnings report, AMC reporting earnings, and it does look like it's going to finish in the green today on a green candle. All good news there, and it did. Finished the day at $18.67 per share, up 2.53% on the day. And now, people prepare for the earnings report. Coming soon to a podcast near you, AMC earnings report. Aron. We've got John, the boring man, and, well, Claybro's going to be here too, because, of course, it's Claybro's channel, so of course I'm going to be here, at least listening. I don't know if I'll be on camera at that point. Still got to get videos and all that good stuff, so we shall see. Turned off my playlist to get hit with an ad and see, of course, losing money. Sucks, Chris. You get double whammied, man. Double whammy. No surprise. Earnings are always tomfoolery in anticipation of John talking. I guarantee that's what it is, man. I guarantee it is good old John coming on there, getting ready to talk. No doubt that John is going to ruin sentiment. Nonetheless, AMC bouncing into after hours. The NASDAQ bouncing into after hours. Things are looking good at the moment, guys. We have any other earnings coming out today? See if we get any major... Oh, what did HKD close at? Tough day for HKD. Bounced back a little bit, though. HKD bouncing back to $800 per share. Wouldn't that be wild if tomorrow it opens and it just soars up to like $3,500, $3,600? I'm going to doubt it, but I wouldn't be surprised. All right, AMTD was down on the day, closed down 30%, $4.34. ALNA, 38% gain today on ALNA, not bad at all right there. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what this is. Running 342% today. Taking it off the watch list because I don't even know what it is. Apple having a decent day today. Down slightly, but still at $165 per share. Been rolling up nicely over the last couple of months here. AMC Entertainment up 0.5% after hours. We get any major movers? It doesn't seem like we do. You know where we can find a major mover pretty quick? If we come out here to the top gainers, yes. One day, no. We want after hours. 6% change is the largest after hours move right now. That's not too much. Man, massive green day today, though. Look at this. Massive green day. What's the biggest one-day gainer today? CCXI up 110%. Onion Global. What the heck do they do? Sell onions? Dude, there was a lot of big movers today. No doubt. Look how small cap these stocks are that were moving, though. Gosh, this stock must have been $6 million market cap prior to today. You'd have bought the whole thing. All right, let's get back to the customized view. Oh, AMC anticipating a good earnings report. GameStop moving up with a little Moas candle there. AMC moving up nicely. We got I'm anticipating some good earnings. Yes, I am. It's a green candle, Clay. Pringleton, yes, it is. What about HD, Sex Robot Ad Dude? May as well. Let's get started. I wonder if they can get hard like a diamond. They probably can't. Crypto Rocketeer. Boom, baby, dabbing on them as always. Oh, yes, today's going to be a good one. Fake Pudgy's back. No, get out of here, Fake Pudgy. Come on, be somebody else. Hello, Pudgy. Tesla, something. Lucky's thoughts. What is Tesla doing? I don't know. Does Tesla have earnings today? Is that what you're saying? I don't know if they got earnings or not, but Tesla's sitting at $925 per share right now. Tesla's looking pretty good. AMC, don't come back down. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Imposter alert. Get out, get out. You got any new information on Lunk? Nikodem Wizardbiki. No new information on Luna Classic as of right now. None, at least, that I haven't already divulged to the people. Let's see. We've got proposals being passed. You probably know all about that, though. Lunatics token has not burnt in a couple of days, but they're stacking their burn wallet so that they can burn, I would assume, hundreds of millions of coins at the same time. I think that's like the two major things that people are interested in right now. Synthetic Pudgies now, so we get synthetic everything in here. Hey, Clay, homesick with the wife, both got the C word, but still here watching you, bro. Hoping earnings gives us a boost. Cavilo, man, yes. I also hope that earnings gives us a boost today. What I'm listening for is Adam Aron's boyfriend-girlfriend proposal to Nicole Kidman in the earnings report tonight. I believe that's how he's going to pounce, is he's going to ask Nicole Kidman to be his girlfriend so that they can do some more commercials and she can get paid a lot of money to do those commercials. So that's what I'm expecting to hear. We're going to have to see how that plays out. Adam having good shareholders. Dividend. Oh, man, that would be nice. That would be nice. But I think the dividends are probably going to go to Nicole Kidman. Let's see. I got out of my AMC calls and bought five cheaper $25 YOLO calls expiring next week. Alejandro. I don't know if you made any money. I hope you did. But, dude, I would love it if you killed it on those $25 calls that expire next week because AMC's anticipating some good news. AMC's anticipating some really good news. $20 seems like it's going to be broken. $20 seems like it's going to be broken here. This is an hourly view. AMC sitting at 19.50 at the moment. Very strong hour here. Already up $1 after hours, guys. Already up $1. 5% in after hours activity. 19.60. I'm going. Let's go. $20 plus. 20. Let's go. $20, guys. Let's go $20 a share. Hey, Clay, bro. Is it still a shirt for the 1 year bro-anniversary? Frank, yeah, listen, I do want to do that, and I have to still buy a bunch of shirts, man. The shirts, where I was getting them before, the tri-blend shirts that I was getting, they only have smalls. They only have smalls left. So I don't know if they're going to be getting more in. I really liked the quality and feel of those shirts, so I would hope that I would be able to get the same kind. But I've been checking back for weeks, man. And I really don't know if they're going to get any more back in. I would imagine they would have gotten them in if they were. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the same type of shirt. If I can't, I can't. You know what I mean? I got to go with something else then. But nonetheless, yes, I still want to do that. I just have to find a place that I can get the shirts before I'm able to purchase them, right? And then get them out. King Toe, maybe in Chinese, Pika, something. 222 could be a remember the pounce. May not be announced tonight. He said after earnings and so on. Yes, I'm not going to be upset if it's not tonight. I'm going to be upset if it's not a proposal to Nicole Kidman. That's what I'm looking forward to. AMC pulling back slightly a little bit right now, guys. AMC sitting at 19.24. I want to go for $20. Go for $20. Let's go. $20 per share. I want to see that purple line broken. Vecna, what's going on, man? Thank you for the super chat. Wait, look it up. We're getting dividends. Vecna, is it true? Well, let's see what we got out here first. Let's see if we get any actual news is delivered by Weeble, and then we can go Google it. Where the heck is there? It is. Meme stock traders have a new favorite. HKD. Dude, Reuters. I think Reuters might be. Before I say Reuters, before I call out Reuters, let's just call out the actual author of this. Okay. Bansari Mayur Kamdar and Mehta Singh. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on. I don't know why Reuters is picking up your article, but do better. Bansari and Madha, do better. HKD was cool, but it is certainly not a meme stock favorite. Come on now. Too many Christmas, these people, man. I'm telling you what. I don't understand where they come up with this stuff. I really don't understand where they come up with this stuff. So I don't see any dividends there. We're going to have to go out and look at dividends on... Oh, come on, AMC. What are you doing? Going down after hours now? They announced a special dividend for AMC Rocket Man. Did they really? Let's go. Sugar Unusual Whales say yes. Whoa. Adam Aaron in love with cold 10 Ds. Heck yeah. Unusual Whales reported yes to a dividend. What's up, fam? Good morning. All right, let's see this. Let's go out to Google and see if we can find where this is at. Let's see. AMC dividend. All right. What do we have here in terms of news? All right, AMC Investor Relations. Let's see this bad boy right here. Where are we going? Investor Relations page. This is August 4th. As of today, it said 4 minutes ago, but I don't know exactly when they released this here. AMC Entertainment Holdings, AMC, the company, or AMC, announced today it declared a special dividend of 1 preferred equity unit for each share of AMC Class A common stock, par value 1 cent per share, outstanding at the close of business on August 15th, 2022. The special dividend is expected to be paid at the close of business on August 19th, 2022. Company is applied to list its AMC preferred equity units on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol APE. Nice, man. Starting August 22nd, 2022, an HAMC preferred equity unit is designed to have the same economic and voting rights as one share of common stock. Interesting, because that definitely does not make it a preferred share then. That makes it another common stock. Preferred shares don't have voting rights. Okay, can convert into common stock, but only if the company proposes and investors vote to approve and increase their number. This dude is a scam artist. God, I hate this guy. Oh, man. This dude is like... All right, let me just come back here for a second to the chat before I throw up all over. Let's see. How? Don't they need profit to issue dividends? Yeah, JB, but it's just a scam so that they can get dilution. GME AMC merger. Nope. Why so much emphasis on the IV and dividends? I don't know. That's a pounce. It is, man. It's a pounce if he wasn't trying to dilute shares. There goes this sell-off. Yeah, I hope so. I hope people got down to the second paragraph. Member for 5 months. Lucky's thoughts, man. Thank you very much for the super chat. I'm getting ready for these gains. Ain't you ready, Clay and bro? Are you ready, Clay and bros? I'm ready, dude. I'm ready for gains. Yes, I am absolute ready for gains. It's the BBIG and Tide spinoff stuff. God, dude, this guy, man. This guy stresses me out. I would much rather see him ask Nicole Kidman out than ask for more shares. Oh my goodness, man. Lucky's thoughts, dude. I still hope we get the gains, dude. I still hope we get the gains. Stupid customers, what happened? We're going to lose a lot of money. I hope not. I hope we don't lose any money. So look, guys, we can see we haven't had the earnings call yet. I am going to be very interested to see how Aron spins this as a potentially good deal. So he is, gosh almighty, man. I'm going to try and be very nice, okay? Because this is what I call a wolf in sheep's clothing, right? They are, and their marketing team at AMC must be very, very, very good. So they've got a fake, they're calling it preferred equity. It's clearly not preferred equity if it has voting rights. That's a common stock. Preferred shares do not have voting rights. Common stock does have voting rights. So what they're essentially doing here is issuing these preferred shares. I don't even know if they're going to have a value, okay? I don't know if these preferred shares are going to have a value. But they would be able to convert over into common stock if we approve it. And approving that, all we have to do is authorize them new shares. So I'm going to continue reading on here after this paragraph, after I see who sent this member chat. Pudgy! 9-month member chat. This is total bull. I've been broed up for almost a year now. Pudgy, man. What are you asking for? Pudgy, I know Pudgy wants a wrench. Pudgy, you've been broed up for almost a year. Facts. Have I given anybody a wrench without making them beg for it? Without making them work for it? Without making them squirm for it? The answer is no, my friend. The answer is no. Pudgy, one day you'll get there. Let's see. How about he kisses my Aron's. And we see what I did there? Yes, I did, Crypto Rocketeer. All right, let's see. Is it really going down now? Yeah. 1659. Makes sense to me. Let's see here. So we're gonna keep on reading. Oh, I didn't show it. So AMC is getting hit pretty hard right here, and I do believe that it's on his Pounce News, right? Yeah. Nonetheless, they're trying to have a very good marketing tactic here. I don't know, I don't know if they think that the apes are just like mesmerized by Aron, and they don't understand what's going on here. But nonetheless, I want to continue reading on. So we're gonna go back over here to the Google page and see how many shares they're asking for, right? AMC preferred equity units these are the apes, right? can convert into common stock, but only if the company proposes an investor's vote to approve an increase in the number of authorized shares of common stock in an amount at least sufficient to permit the conversion of the AMC preferred equity units into common stock through a common stock amendment. Now, remember, they're going to be giving you a 1 APE unit for every share you own, which means they would be asking for at least 500 plus million shares to be authorized. Regarding the dividend, Adam Aron and AMC Entertainment and the CEO commented, "Today we are rewarding and recognizing our passionate and supportive shareholders, both to our shareholders in the U.S. and internationally, with a dividend of AMC preferred equity units that will trade on the NYSE under the symbol APE. Shareholders will receive 1 AMC preferred equity unit for each company issued share of AMC common stock that they own. This means that based on our 516,820,595 shares outstanding, we will be issuing a dividend of 516,820,595 AMC preferred equity units." Adam Aron added, "The issuance only to our shareholders of tradable AMC preferred equity units clarifies who is included in our current shareholder base and provides another avenue for our investors to participate in the ongoing recovery of AMC." You guys understand that this is not him pouncing on shorts. This is him clarifying and making a statement that there are no naked shorts out there. And when you receive your APE, it's guaranteed to show you that there are no naked shorts. Adam Aron emphasized the dividend of AMC preferred equity units exclusive to our shareholders. Did I just read that? No. In our opinion, is perhaps the single biggest action we will take in all of 2022 to fundamentally strengthen AMC for the long term. Of course, because you realize that they're going to be able to dilute the stock by at least half. Guys, you're going to be watching the price of AMC, even if it just continues to sit here at $17, we're going to watch it get cut in half as soon as this dividend is authorized and diluted. So let's see. Hold on. Where are we going here? The new AMC preferred equity gives AMC a currency that can be used in the future to strengthen our balance sheet. Right. You know where that currency, do you know where that currency comes from, though? Do you know where that strength comes from? Literally out of my pocket. I don't want to seem selfish to anybody, but I've got a problem when people want to use me as a bank, right? If they want money, they take it from me. If they want to increase their financial security and stability, if they just reach their hand in my pocket and take it out. I do have a problem with that. I mean, I want to see AMC succeed. I want to see it successful. But, dude, I don't want to see their hand in my pocket. I don't want to see their hand in your pocket. I want to see them building shareholder wealth, not building AMC wealth. There's a difference. There truly is a difference. Let's see. Now we're coming back on down to here. Let's see what this guy has to say. Let's see, including, okay. The new AMC preferred used to strengthen our balance sheet, including by paying down debt and raising fresh equity. Nice. As a result, like they didn't raise enough equity with the $2 billion that they raised in 2021. As a result, this dramatically lessens any near-term survival risk for AMC as we continue to work our way through this. This dude's still living in a pandemic? I don't know what world this guy lives. I'm not living in a pandemic. It can also provide AMC with added capital, enabling us to seek investment opportunities like Highcroft Mining. The dude's already sitting on $1.6 billion cash. Like, how much more does he need? That could create significant shareholder value and could be transformative in nature. All of this is not good news for those who may be rooting against AMC. Dude, I mean, kind of in my opinion, it is. Aron continued, as a show of appreciation to our shareholders and to celebrate the AMC Preferred Equity Unit dividend, AMC will be issuing an exclusive I Own Ape NFT. All 765,000 current AMC Investor Connect members and new members who join by August 31st will be eligible to receive this free and unique dividend or NFT, to symbolize ownership of the new AMC Preferred Equity Unit security. In addition, based on the popularity of the original I Own AMC NFT issued in January, AMC Investor Connect current members and new members who have joined by August 31st will also be entitled to receive an updated version of the original I Own AMC NFT. Again, gratis, with our compliments. Nice. Thank you, man. He concluded by saying AMC Preferred Equity Unit dividend has tremendous potential to create meaningful value for both AMC and our shareholders as we continue on our glide path to recovery and transition into the new AMC, bigger, bolder, and stronger than ever before. Oh, God. So what does this say? Issuance of the AMC Preferred Equity Unit is made possible by the authorization approved by shareholders to issue AMC Preferred Equity Unit in 2013. Each AMC Preferred Equity Unit is a depository share. It represents an interest in 1/100th of a share of the company's Series A convertible participating preferred stock. Each share of preferred stock, in turn, is potentially convertible into 100 shares of common stock. Okay, God, I thought that was going to say 1/100th. It says 100 there. Okay. My gosh, man. If the common stock amendment has been adopted by shareholders, each AMC Preferred Equity Unit will convert into one share of common stock, and such common stock will be distributed upon conversion to AMC or to holders of AMC Preferred Equity Units on a 1-to-1 basis. One share of common stock for each AMC Preferred Equity Unit held. Oh my gosh, man. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? I know I was reading through that, so I missed a lot of the chat. Very sorry that you guys were chatting there and I missed a lot of that. I don't want to sway your opinions or anything. I'm slightly bearish on that news, okay? I do think that it's negative to see dilution in that way. I don't want to see 1 billion shares outstanding for AMC. And that's not to say that they're only going to ask for another 500 million shares. They could ask for an additional 1 billion shares. Like, that's the thing that you have to remember. They could ask for 1 billion shares. Because if they come out right now, so this is a preferred equity unit. Now, this doesn't give you the right to purchase another share. This basically is another share. Okay, let's see here. So here's my immediate confusion. Now I want to know if these are basically warrants. Okay. AMC preferred equity units, dividends expected to be paid. It's close of business then. Okay, if an investor sells their common stock before the ex-dividend date of August 22nd, the investor will not be entitled to the AMC preferred equity unit dividend on the shares that are sold. Alternatively, an investor buy our common stock before the ex-dividend date and they will be entitled to receive AMC preferred equity unit dividend. The shares purchased, investors who trade during this period should consult with their broker. Trading the AMC preferred equity units will commence on the 22nd. The ex-dividend date at the time no longer be entitled to the AMC preferred equity unit dividend. Investors should note that on the ex-dividend date, the price of AMC common stock is likely to decline to reflect the fact that the shares purchased on or such date will no longer be entitled to the dividend. Oh, wow. Yeah, so AMC is basically going to be cut in half at that point in time. Okay, for motivation about AMC equity units, preferred stock, and convertibility of the preferred stock and common stock, please visit the company's current Form 8K file with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Well, I mean, I do want to see that. All right, we'll look at that in 2 seconds. I want to jump and see if we get anything else. Remember we talked about how AMC had to either significantly increase its revenue or dilute stock to meet the debt obligations heading in 2023. It seems like we know where they stand on that. JB, it does seem like that. Click, can you check out Adam Aron's tweet? Today we pounce. Yeah, I'll look at that right now. In this important tweet storm, a dozen messages explain a bold step. In addition to releasing today our handsomely improving second quarter 2022 earnings, we also broke out a 3D chessboard and got creative. A big move that addresses so many of your asks. Today, we pounce. Oh, God. These guys, man. I really have to calm down, dude. I really have to calm down. Hey, everybody, just got home. What'd I miss? You actually missed a lot, Tim. They're non-fungible. Yeah, so they will expose any naked shorts. Oh, yeah, well, they are, that's supposed to be the good news, right? That's supposed to be the good news. I got something on my tongue. Hit the like button, my friends. Listen to SD, because I'm about to smack you guys. If you don't have 50 likes in here, I'm going to smack you guys with an ad soon. Well, at least we get free popcorn. Ed, yes, at least we get free popcorn. Only heard part sounds like a screwed up stock split. Frank, not only is it a stock split, okay, I believe it is going to be a stock split that rips people of their equity and gives it back to AMC. Not just a stock split where everything like remains the same, but a stock split that is designed to push the equity and push the money back into AMC's pockets, as opposed to you and I just continually holding 2 shares now instead of 1 share. It's going to be an opportunity for a cash grab for AMC to go out there and raise billions more dollars. If I own 100 shares, for example, how many will I own after the split? Ugandan Toad. We're going to look at that here in a second with what I got pulled up. I got like a fuzz or something right by my mouth. We're going to look at that here in a second because I want to know if these are going to be treated as essentially warrants, or which are like stock options, right? And the warrant would say this ape that you own gives you the right to buy another common stock, or the right to convert into a common stock where you would pay a fee, and that fee goes to AMC. That would be the capital raise for AMC in that situation. It may not be as bad as, essentially coming out, authorizing these new shares and selling the entirety and raising the entirety of the capital, because you would still remain a shareholder at that point. And you still would have like partial equity in that, just minus the fee you have to pay. But nonetheless, man, what we're looking at is AMC's share price at least getting cut in half because of twice as many shares outstanding. Now, some people, they're going to argue and say that this is going to be great because it will expose naked shorts. I can guarantee you, if we do not see any naked shorts because of this, if we do not see anybody's account not get shares of Ape in it, if we do not have confirmation, because remember, there's people in Germany now who are upset about GameStop. Nothing's going on there. It didn't trigger a naked share split. It didn't trigger a naked share short squeeze. What's happening is Aron wants another $1 billion. I'm seeing people say hashtag long on Ape. Signals to me that he's going to get it. So let's look. Oh, I was going to kill my JB. I hope not, man. I need you. We need you, JB. I'm looking over here at the Discord, and I'm like, oh, crap, dude. If JB goes down, this Discord goes down. JB, man, run. Do not get killed. I got warrants. Nice. Pudgy knows about warrants. You better run, Pudgy. You better run. I don't know how this would work for me in the UK. So Ugandan Toad, what he said is that this is, you might want to contact your broker, right? But you should be completely fine with these warrants. If you own a share of AMC, I say warrants, but they're calling them preferred equity units. Sounds to me like a warrant. And if it speaks like a warrant, talks like a warrant, might be a warrant. So we'll look at that here. Sid, that's what we're looking at right now, dude. I don't like it right off the bat, but we're going to look into it a little bit more here and see what's going on. As a stock claim is essentially an NFT, and FTDs get doubled. They have to pay more fees. Pringleton, yeah, maybe. Maybe. I came in late. Who's splitting? So, Lacey, what Aron wants to do is raise more money and dilute the share. So, let's jump back over into this 8K filing. And, how the heck did they miss revenue by $20 million? Crypto Rocketeer. Whoa, what? They stream Clay for free in prison. Nice, DD214. Oh, gosh. All right, let's go back over here really quick. I don't get where AMC makes money unless they issue extra shares on top. Right, Pringleton, you're right. So Aron is talking about this being a way for AMC to make money. And that's what I was originally saying. So unless they ask for more shares than the 520 million, that's why I'm considering and thinking that these Ape equity units or AMC preferred equity or whatever they're called, these Ape shares, are essentially warrants as opposed to dividends. Or as opposed to, just a common stock dividend that you're going to be receiving. So because he said that AMC is going to be raising money, my immediate reaction is that he's either going to ask for more, like you're saying, or these are warrants that gives you the right to convert it to another share of AMC stock. And at that point, it's not your share paid for. You would essentially be paying AMC to get that secondary share. And if you got to convert it $14, you convert it $14. If you convert it $8, that $8 goes to AMC. If you convert it $50, that goes to AMC. So that's my immediate suspicion. That's what I'm looking for in. What the heck is that? Oh, here it is. All right, so let's see what this says here. Pocket times you out. No, Lacey, sorry. Lacey, please don't leave. JB pocket times you out. It was an accident. I think it's like 3 minutes. So please don't be upset and stay with us. All right. Announced today that it has declared a special dividend, 1 AMC preferred equity unit, APE, for every share of Class A common stock, par value 1 cent. Outstanding at the close of business. Got that. Company has applied to list APE units on the New York Stock Exchange starting on August 22nd. It's designed to have the same economic and voting rights as 1 share of common stock. So they're essentially issuing brand new shares of common stock. Now, we can convert them into common stock, but only if the company proposes and investors vote to approve and increase the number of authorized common shares in an amount at least sufficient to permit the conversion of AMC preferred equity units into common stock. So we need to vote to authorize at least an additional 516 million shares. Regarding the dividend, Aron today. Okay, so this is exactly what we read already. We just read that. All right, let's see here. Okay. Only upon stockholder approval, one AMC preferred equity unit converts into one common stock. Got it. Both listed on the the New York Stock Exchange. One vote per share, one vote per ape. AMC preferred equity units and common stock will vote together. AMC preferred equity units will automatically convert into the types and amounts of securities, cash, and other property that a holder of common stock receives. Okay. Yeah, man, I'm still confused as to, because to me it just seems like they're issuing a share dividend here, another share dividend. That's all it seems like it is to me, and I have a feeling they might be asking for more than 500 million. I have a feeling they might be asking for more than 500 million. Shares. Issuance of 516 million will essentially serve as the same purpose as the much voiced for share count, as the new AMC preferred equity unit will only go to holders of the company issued and outstanding AMC common shares. Again today, we answered your call. Because the dividend is only being distributed to our current shareholder base as of the dividend record date, there is no dilution from the initial issuance of the apes associated with this dividend, because these new apes all go and only go to holders of the company issued AMC common shares. The number of issued and outstanding AMC common shares will remain at 516 million after the dividend is paid, and each shareholder will also own one ape for every share of common stock. Think of this as being a very similar to a 2-for-1 stock split, except in a stock split, you will get 2 shares of common stock for every one, and the AMC case being announced today, however, you hold 1 share of ape in lieu of the common stock. Right, but we're watching the price. Remember, it's the same exact thing, but it's a spin-off. We're watching AMC's price get cut in half after August 22nd here. Since the stock dividend move being announced today is like a stock split, it is logical to assume that once the dividend is issued, the price of our common shares will fall. Yes. Vitally, however, as an investor, you would not own only a single share, you would own instead a share and ape. So your economic interest in AMC would be the price of a share plus the price of an ape. While there's no crystal ball that can accurately predict stock market swings and volatility, that economic interest would be in a company that we believe is considerably stronger than AMC is now, prior to this announcement being made. Issuance of apes now is made possible given the previously and repeated announced approval by AMC stockholders back in 2013 that the creation and issuance of AMC preferred stock could occur solely at AMC the board of directors' future discretion. While each ape is designed to have the same rights as a common stock and convert into a share of common stock, the conversion decision is solely up to you. Conversion can only take place if the company proposes and shareholders, including ape holders, vote to approve the authorization of additional common shares at a future AMC Entertainment stockholders meeting. This is still your call to make. But here's perhaps the most important thing of all. With the creation of apes, AMC is deeply and fundamentally strengthening our company. Given the flexibility that apes will give us, we will likely be able to raise money if we need or so choose, which immensely lessens any survival risk. We continue to work our way through this pandemic to recovery and transformation. Rather than having to worry about survival, the flexibility accruing from us or to us from apes can instead let us continue our efforts to try for AMC to soar and thrive. The new AMC preferred equity provides AMC with a currency that can be used in the future to strengthen our balance sheet, including paying down some of the debt and liabilities. Also gives us the ability to seek shareholder value, enhancing the potentially transformative investment opportunities. Yeah. So read the press releases and filings, which are incorporated herein. And then he talks about the NFT once again. Oh, man. All right, so I don't see why a split at worst is a negative for us. The shares are going to us, the current share. Yes, so you are right, Pringleton. Based on what is being said here, it doesn't seem like these are, it doesn't seem like they're warrants. It does seem like it is a spin-off, not necessarily a split. So you're going to get shares of Ape, and you're going to get shares of, well, you're going to keep your shares of AMC. So you're going to get shares of Ape. Now, here's the thing. Because it's essentially a split, what we could see happen is Ape all of a sudden comes out and the price of AMC gets cut in half. Now, that's cool. That's great. We still have our shares of Ape. But what are you going to do with your share of Ape? If it never gets authorized to turn into a share of common stock, there's a very good chance that Ape could drop quickly in price if they realize that the vote is not going to be passed. If it's not going to convert into a share of common stock equity in AMC, it's very strange to me if it's whether or not it's going to maintain its value. Now, one would think that given the opportunity to convert into equity, that Ape would, at its best, maintain value with AMC. At its worst, become detached, and all of a sudden, yes, the shares did get cut in half, but your AMC is trading at $7, and your Ape is trading at 50 cents, because it doesn't look like it's going to end up being approved or being authorized. And I'm highly doubting that they're only going to ask for 516 million shares to be authorized. To me, it seems like they're going to be asking for more, or they're going to wait for the detached price of Ape to fall down, buy a bunch of it themselves, and then have full control of the company. So it doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't sit right with me. Tim, man, thank you very much for the super sticker. Tim says, Tim, man, thank you very much for the super sticker. And Tim says, next time. Next time. Next time. We're going to get him next time, Tim. Yes, we will, man. Thank you very much for the super stickers. Both of the super stickers there, Tim. Really appreciate you, man. Sounds like Ape will be worth. You got in toad. That's another concern, right? If it doesn't get authorization, Ape loses value while AMC, maintains half the value that it should be. That I would not want to see. And this is borderline conspiracy ideas here. If Ape really does decline drastically in value following this spinoff or whatever, they could go in there and for a couple $1 million purchase all the shares of Ape. And since they do have voting rights, all they need to do is purchase the voting rights, man. And then they can vote to authorize as many shares as they want. If they own the equity, they've got an easy shot if people sell their Ape to hit 50% voting rights. 17 to 850 a dilution, depending on what the price is trading at, yes, on August 22nd. But I don't see that Ape will have a value other than equivalent to one common stock price. It's not on the stock market. So yes, Pringleton, it is on the stock market separately. When it is issued on August 22nd, it will be trading on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol APE, APE. And AMC will be trading under the symbol AMC. So it will be separately traded on the New York Stock Exchange. So if you want voting rights in AMC, but not necessarily a share of AMC, you could go pick up Ape. You could go pick up Ape, dude. And there's a chance that, yes, if people realize that vote's never going to get passed, and it's not looking like it's going to convert into equity ever because the shareholder, we don't vote it in, and we don't vote for there to be 1 billion shares of AMC outstanding, it could drop in price. Like that could cause it to drop in price. Maybe a brilliant move by Aron could expose the naked shorts, which can trigger the MOAS, then post MOAS after selling AMC shares for big gains. We could vote to give AMC. Frodo, listen, that would be the biggest benefit for sure. Here's my drawback with it. Yes, if this does, like if I all of a sudden don't have shares of Ape in my portfolio on August 22nd, I'm going to be like, what the heck is going on? But, I've seen people on Twitter complaining about their German brokerages, and they don't have their dividend from GME, and nobody seems to care. Like, what do we do in that situation? You know what I mean? Like, they don't have their 4 shares, and nobody cares. So is that going to be the same thing? Like, is that going to be the same thing that we see here? If I don't get my shares, it's just my broker's problem because my broker didn't deliver them to me? Or did we actually expose naked shares or naked shorts? So that part's pretty interesting to me, man. If Ape loses its value, then it hasn't been converted to common stock, and so there is no dilution. Therefore, price shouldn't reduce because of it. Pringleton. But it will, because just because it hasn't been converted, you're essentially getting that dividend. So the price will go down because of it. What you're going to see in your portfolio on the 22nd is a share of AMC and a share of Ape. Both of them, essentially the same value. That's what they're looking at right there. I completely see what you're saying, though, right? I completely see what you're saying. Until it is actually approved to be a share of common stock, we wouldn't expect the price to be cut in half until that happens. But listen, we're just going to have to wait and see, right? They played this mess with BBIG and Cryptide for basically over a year. So we're going to have to see how it plays out with AMC. But I definitely see your train of thought on if it doesn't get approval to be a common stock, then it should just be sitting at a penny until it gets approval to become a common stock. But if it's sitting at a penny and people are able to trade it on the New York Stock Exchange and it does have voting rights, dude, I could go out there right now and I could do a hostile takeover of AMC because I'm buying penny shares of Ape that have voting rights in the company. So therefore, it wouldn't be able to trade at a penny. It's going to have some value. And the voting rights are giving it that value. It's a strange situation. Well, if you read the stories on Webull, it says they missed revenue on one post and not on another post. Oh my god, dude! They must have had different guys giving their estimates. Their estimates there. If vote succeeds, I will convert second shares and start running aggressive cover calls to make back money spent to convert, then standard cover calls after I'd be making money. Frank, I love it, dude. Frank's running the options chain, man. Hey, don't forget, this is a dividend. People who borrowed shares to short need to come up with an ape to give the person they lent to for every share borrowed. Yeah, you're right. But they share that. See, so they borrowed it from that guy. No, you're right, dude. You're right. It is a dividend. Clint, could you tell us again, John, about the thing? We're gonna have to pull up Adam Aron. Let me make sure I got this webcast running right, because we're gonna listen to Adam Aron talk here in a second. So just let me make sure I got this webcast and we're signed in correctly. Let's see here. Okay, no, he's got that music playing. We're not playing any music. It's supposed to start at 5, I guess. So we are in the webcast, and we'll see what goes on in 8 minutes. I'll buy that ape mess. Yes, dude, I'd buy ape too. If ape was at a penny, man, I'd buy it up just so I have the voting rights. All right, Clay, big fan from Germany. Yep, I changed my name. What are your top 5 crypto to invest for the long term? I'm going to ask again and again and again. Dude, top 5 cryptos to invest in the long term. I mean, right now you're looking at the big coins just because I'm worried about their survival. So you got Bitcoin, you got Ethereum. You do have stuff like Shiba Inu coin. That's still a very large coin. I like stable coins because I think stable coins have the best option of becoming an actual currency. So maybe something like USDC and potentially Tether or something like that. Nonetheless, I like projects like Solana and so on. But 5's a short one. And I'm more concerned about the downfall right now than I am the bear market that could proceed afterwards. Clibro, thoughts on Coinbase? Yeah. Tim, man, I hope that this is a good deal for Coinbase. I hope that Coinbase, realize the potential for institutional investors. They realize their financials suck, and they're trying to build their financials up by targeting institutions as well as retail investors. I absolutely hope that this is not Coinbase signing their soul over to the devil right now with BlackRock. BlackRock realizing that Coinbase is going to go down. They're just going to swallow them up. They're going to own the entire cryptocurrency market because Coinbase can't continue on, and BlackRock is swooping in the same way that they did in 2008 with the real estate crisis and all of that, and picking up all these beaten down assets when times are tough. So I'm hoping it turns out to be okay. But I do see the negatives and the downfall of it potentially turning south, man. Ooh, does this mean we're getting an AMC video that we've been waiting for at Pika? I don't know. I feel like if I did an AMC video tonight, people would rip it so bad. They'd probably rip it so bad because I don't... Maybe, but I don't know how much good things I have to say. I really don't know how many good things I have to say. There are naked shorts, and I believe there are tons. They will be scrambling to get their hands on ape, which will expose naked shorts and make ape price rocket, or both. Frodo, 100% agree. Let me ask you this, though, because you're a sensible dude, right? You're a sensible dude. What happens if it doesn't, though? What happens if we just have Adam Aron continuing to say that there are only 516 million shares outstanding? Everybody that owns AMC got their share of ape, and everything seems to be fine. What happens at that point? Because what I don't want to see happen is people who do believe and rely on these naked shorts is existing, like give up or throw in the towel or something. That's what I don't want to see happen. I think that, yes, we must test to see if they're there. We must test to see, and this is like probably the best way to test and see if there are naked shorts. But what happens if there's not? And since you're a sensible dude, I hope you can answer me on that one. Clear commit, love your analysis. When do you expect the market to kick back given the situation with China and the U.S.? T-Con, man. I don't know. I hope sooner rather than later. But we got so much to worry about right now. Inflation, we could get a good inflation report in August here. We could get a good inflation report, and that would be the first sign that things are improving. We do need to see GDP increase. We do need to see lower interest rates, and we need to see things stable stabilize and start to go up again. But I really don't know when that's going to be. These 20-year-olds really pushing my patience. I don't know how to grab the blower. Sounds like weed eater. And 2, I've explained 100 times. Get this stuff done, then we can take a freaking break. Oh God. Oh yes, man. All right, guys, we've got AMC sitting at $17.17 right now. Shiba Inu coin sitting at $11.75. GameStop sitting at $37.60. And QQQ sitting sideways right now, $3.24. Bitcoin sitting at $22,500 at the moment. Not a lot going on after hours, but AMC is down pretty big following this release by Adam Aron. We're going to have to see what takes place there. And in about 3 minutes, we've got Adam Aron taking the microphone. He's still playing music, I assume. Yes, still playing music, and we're gonna be switching over to Adam Aron here in a couple minutes, and he's gonna be taking the earnings call. Let's see. We don't need the naked show. I love you, Pringleton. I love you. Then nothing, Clay. We'll be in the same position we are in now. The addition of owning Ape. We can still own the majority of the float. We can vote against for the dilution. I love it, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I like this dude. Well, maybe I should have waited to invest. I have no idea what you're talking about. Naked shorts. So much Googling is about to happen. So, Aaron, no, don't wait to invest, right? But please, ask as many questions as possible. So, a regular short position is when you play the stock to the downside. What you're doing is you're selling it before you ever own it, and then you are saying you're going to buy it back at a certain point in time or at some point in the future. So you expect the price to go down. The same way you buy it and then sell it later when the price goes up, you're selling it first. You're bringing in, if you sold one share of AMC, you're bringing in $17 right now. And then maybe next week you can buy it for $15. You made $2 a share. That's what shorting a stock is. How that takes place is you borrow that share from somebody and sell it. And then you buy it back. And when you buy it back, you give it to the guy you borrowed it from. So it's just it's basically the same way as instead of buying it off of somebody and then selling it to somebody, you're borrowing it off of somebody, selling them that borrowed share. And then at some point in the future, if the price is down, even if the price is up, you buy the share back and give it back to the guy you borrowed it from. A naked short, you never borrow it from anybody. You just simply go out there and sell it. You sell something that doesn't exist. And that is illegal. You can't sell naked shorts. You could back in, I think, 2007. I think 2008 it became illegal. UK admitted to heading for a recession, expecting 13.5% inflation by November before it started to decline again. Oh my God. Crypto Rocketeer, at least the United Kingdom, seems to be a little bit more honest than what we've got going on here in the United States. And making it through money, and then again, oh my God. Oh, Tim. Hit me if you want, but I don't believe in naked shorts. MOAS could be 100, could be 1,000. If you only one play, you only have one way to win. I like it, Frank. Nobody's going to hate you, man. Later, bros. Yes, guys. So it is earnings report time. We're going to let Adam Aron come on here basically right now. So, shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now. I'm gonna send it over to him. I'm sure he's going to start talking right here. If you guys want to listen to the earnings report, I'll probably turn the camera off. I might record some videos and stuff like that. But thank you guys very much for hanging out. We're going to listen to Adam Aron right now, and we're going to watch AMC and these other shares go on. So let's see if he's on right now. No, the dude's not even on yet. This dude's late to his own party. Oh, and click Pika's link, guys. Join the Discord. Nobody joined the Discord. Go join the Discord. Boom! Crypto Rocketeer. Peace out to the Diamond-Handed Apes and the Shiba Army. All that good stuff. See you, Clay. You dropping the fish in the pond. Mr. Simon, I don't know. You're going to go on desktop audio, so you're not going to know what is happening. And, it depends how long the guy talks, dude. Depends how long the guy talks. We need a proper send-off. You absolutely do. Frank F, man. See you later. King Mamba, Millhouse, Dark Matter, AMC Trapper. Peace out of the Diamond-Handed Apes and the Shiba Army. Pika, Aaron, Frank, Lacey, Uganda Toe, Crypto Rocketeer. Boom, baby, dabbing on him as always. We got 11 of them. Simon, Pika, Pudgy, Mr. Simon, Lacey, whoever is leaving. Peace out of the Diamond-Handed Apes and the Shiba Army. Heck yeah, AMC Trapper. All of you guys know what time it is. So if you want to say it with me, say it with me. Till the next time, hope to each and every one of you have an awesome day. This dude's still not here. Golly bum, man. Where is this guy? He just made me sign off and he's not even here yet. He's probably gonna get me copyrighted for this stupid music that's playing too. Oh, this guy, man. This Adam Aron's like, oh, man, I thought that was going to be good news. The stock price is down. I don't want to go on now. What are we going to do here? AMC down 7.82%. Down a little bit more than it was earlier, but we'll have to see if Adam Aron's able to bring it back up. We don't want to hear noises, Claydinho. Yeah, you're definitely going to be on desktop audio, Simon. Overtime said it. They're always late, remember? And they're definitely late today, man. What do we got? Anything? Dude, what is this guy doing, man? Where is he? I think he might... Simon, I think Adam Aron might be using the restroom right now. What is this guy like? Oh, my gosh. I don't know where he's at. Let's see here. I'm going to change the name of the stream then to... No, it's fine. It says AMC Stock. It already says that, so you guys can listen to the earnings call when rich. Much late. Okay. Yes. It could be as late as we want, Tim. Anything?
AMC Entertainment second quarter 2022 earnings conference call. During presentation, all participants will be in a listen-only mode.
He's dropping popcorn in the bucket.
Question and answer session. At that time, if you have a question, please press
Oh, man. All right, guys. We're going to go on full Weeble. We're going to listen to these guys talk. And we'll have some fun with that, man. Enjoy the earnings call. Listen to it.
Thank you, Scott.
And let's listen to this pounce.
I'd like to welcome you to AMC's second quarter 2022 earnings webcast. With me this afternoon is Adam Aron, our chairman and CEO, and Sean Goodman, our chief financial officer. Before I turn the webcast over to Adam, let me remind everyone that some of the comments made by management during this webcast may contain forward-looking statements that are based on management's current expectations. Numerous risks, uncertainties, and other factors may cause actual results to differ materially from those that might be expressed today. Many of these risks and uncertainties are discussed in our most recent public filings, including our most recently filed 10-K and 10-Q. Several of the factors that will determine the company's future results are beyond the ability of the company to control or predict. In light of the uncertainties inherent in any forward-looking statements, listeners are cautioned to not place undue reliance on these statements. The company undertakes no obligation to revise or update any forward-looking statements, whether as a result of new information or future events. On this webcast, we may reference non-GAAP financial measures, such as adjusted EBITDA, constant currency, free cash flow, operating cash burn, and operating cash generated, among others. For a full reconciliation of our non-GAAP measures to GAAP results, please see our earnings release posted in the investor relations section of our website earlier today. After our prepared remarks, there will be a question and answer session. This afternoon's webcast is being recorded and a replay will be available in the investor relations section of our website at amctheaters.com later today. With that, I'll turn the call over to Adam.
Thank you, John. Good afternoon, one and all, and thank you for joining us. Today, we have tremendously exciting news to share with you. First, our results for the second quarter, which were massively ahead of last year's second quarter and exceeded market expectations for revenues, adjusted EBITDA, and net income. And second, our plan to issue later this month a special AMC preferred equity, non-dilutive stock dividend, as it will all be going, and only be going, to our shareholder base as of the dividend date. This is a move that fundamentally and deeply strengthens our company and will give us enormous flexibility as we go forward. These are exciting times for AMC and for our investors. I'll start this webcast by talking about the business. I'll then pass the call over to Sean Goodman, our CFO, to talk about our financials in more detail. And then I'll come back to talk about our special dividend announcement and the significant benefits that it brings for our shareholders. I cannot begin to put into words how much progress AMC Entertainment made in the second quarter of 2022. Thank you to Dr. Stephen Strange, to Tom Maverick Cruise, to Elvis Presley, and to all those hungry, people-eating Jurassic dinosaurs. Because they all graced our big screens at AMC, the second quarter was quite the success and our best second quarter in 3 years. What's more, and this is very important, they boosted Hollywood's confidence in theatrical exhibition, and they boosted Hollywood's commitment to theatrical exhibition. Just as we predicted, our improving second quarter results boost our spirits and serve to further convince that we indeed are making great strides on our path towards pandemic recovery. As you can see in our press release, AMC exceeded expectations as people came back to movie theaters in droves. Some 59 million moviegoers came to our AMC theaters across the world in the second quarter, up 168% from the same quarter a year ago. That's more than 2.5 times. They're taking us to new highs in our high-margin food and beverage business. And thanks to their patronage, we generated positive adjusted EBITDA of $107 million in the second quarter of 2022, a $258 million improvement over that figure in Q2 of 2021. We generated positive operating cash, too, in the second quarter of 2022 of $52 million. That was a $178 million improvement from the figure of the same quarter a year ago. The second quarter marked the strongest North American box office since 2019. Numerous films shined brightly in the second quarter, but none shined brighter than Top Gun Maverick. I've seen it myself 4 times now. Top Gun Maverick is now approaching $1.3 billion in worldwide box office receipts and holds the number 1 box office position thus far in 2022. Maverick also broke all-time records by becoming the highest-grossing movie of all time to open on Memorial Day weekend. It also is becoming the highest-grossing movie ever, both for Paramount Pictures and for a movie starring Tom Cruise. I have said all along that people would come back to theaters in eye-popping numbers, and that is exactly what they did in the second quarter of 2022 and what they've been doing since. To the naysayers, who foolishly, in our opinion, have been predicting a secular decline of theatrical exhibition, all I can say is, well, you've seen my feisty hashtags on Twitter. You know what I say. The second half of this year promises to be equally exciting, with a great mix of family-friendly horror, action, drama, and comedy genres to please everyone, from young to old, including Warner Brothers DC Comics-based Black Adam, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and 3 Disney films, including the animated Strange World, and 2 very highly anticipated tentpole Disney sequels, James Cameron's Avatar 2, The Way of Water, and Marvel's Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Just last week, the powerful and poignant trailer for Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever, was released and garnered a staggering 172 million views of the trailer in just the first 24 hours, becoming one of Marvel Cinematic Universe's top ever trailer debuts. As Nicole Kidman reminds us in AMC's now iconic and revered advertising campaign, given that Hollywood has great stories to tell, it's clear that movie fans are ever so eager to enjoy those dazzling images on AMC's huge silver screens. And speaking of Nicole, our ad campaign was so effective that we've signed her to be our spokesperson for another full year. The success of the second quarter has continued into the start of the third quarter. As but two examples of let the good times roll. Attendance in the just completed month of July 2022 saw the highest number of guests visit AMC's U.S. theaters since December of 2019. And our preliminary July food and beverage revenue numbers appear to be the biggest single-month figure at our U.S. theaters in our company's entire 102-year history. For full transparency, there is a dearth of new big movie titles being released in August and September. So things will slow for several weeks. Don't expect too much of us for all of Q3. But then comes the fourth quarter of 2022. Talk about star power showing itself in movie theaters. These movies and more will all grace our screens in just the 13 weeks of the fourth quarter of 2022. Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween Ends, Julia Roberts and George Clooney in Ticket to Paradise, Dwayne Johnson, Pierce Brosnan, and Viola Davis in Black Adam, Jessica Chastain, Anne Hathaway, and Sir Anthony Hopkins in Armageddon Time, Margot Robbie, Christian Bale, and Robert De Niro in Amsterdam, Tom Hanks in A Man Called Otto, Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie in Babylon. Oh, and don't forget the ever so much anticipated sequels to Black Panther, Shazam, and Avatar. So too, the movie slate for calendar year 2023 should also make us all smile. Our current internal forecast is that the 2023 domestic box office, the basic metrics suggesting the health of theatrical exhibition, both in the U.S. and globally, is likely to be billions of dollars larger than that of calendar year 22. Billions of dollars ahead. We look forward to Q4 of 2022, and we look forward to calendar year 2023 with absolute glee. There were other strides forward made at AMC in the recent months since our last quarterly call. We've started the installation of the biggest environmentally friendly green initiative in our company's history with the introduction of laser projection technology coming over the next few years to almost half of our U.S. screens. And laser projection will make the pictures on those screens so much brighter and so much sharper that it's certain to excite movie buffs going forward. We're already in test market in Chicago and Kansas City with our partner, Uber Eats, for home delivery of AMC Perfectly Popcorn and other concession items from our theaters. The early results are favorable, so we expect to roll out nationally in Q4 of this year. Similarly, recipe development for microwavable and ready-to-eat popcorn is well underway, going extremely well, and we look forward to being able to sell our popcorn products in grocery stores and/or convenience stores next year. We're also in active dialogue with a credit card issuer and hope to introduce a co-branded AMC credit card that can be launched nationally in early 2023 or possibly as early as late 2022. And at the specific urging of our shareholders, we are stepping up our game mightily on AMC branded and movie branded merchandise. As for Highcroft Mining, Highcroft just announced its largest exploration program in about a decade. Remember that heretofore, Highcroft has explored only about 2% of its 71,000-acre mine site. We have every confidence that our Highcroft investment will pan out, excusing the pun, to be quite lucrative for AMC. Speaking of investments, our board of directors also has authorized us to establish a fund of up to $100 million for additional transformative investments where AMC can seek to add value and thereby create meaningful additional value for our shareholders. Indeed, as I've often said previously, we are absolutely committed to transforming AMC into a bigger, bolder, stronger, and more successful company than even the one that existed prior to the pandemic. With that said, I'll now turn the call over to Sean to discuss our financials in more detail. Sean?
Oh, just one brief moment. And you may begin.
All right.
Yep.
He's good.
Thanks, Adam, and thank you everyone for joining us this afternoon. As Adam said, Q2 was a terrific quarter for us. We welcomed 59 million guests to our theaters around the world, and this is well ahead of the 22 million guests that we entertained during last year's second quarter and the 39 million guests that visited us in the first quarter of 2022. This attendance resulted in revenue of $1.17 billion. This is more than 2.5 times the $445 million of revenue we had in Q2 of 2021, and it's almost 50% ahead of the $786 million of revenue that we recorded in the first quarter of this year. But even more importantly, we achieved positive adjusted EBITDA of $107 million, a very meaningful improvement over the EBITDA loss recorded in both the prior year's second quarter and also the first quarter of this year. Our financial results clearly reflect the ongoing recovery of the industry and our business. As has been our practice during the recovery period, we believe that it's helpful to look at our financial performance metrics relative to pre-pandemic levels to best benchmark the dynamics and profitability of the business as our recovery progresses. This analysis shows that our per-guest performance metrics during the second quarter were universally, substantially superior to pre-pandemic levels in 2019. For Q2 of 2022, on a consolidated basis, total revenue per patron was $19.73. This is 27% higher than Q2 of 2019. This was driven by admissions revenue per patron growth of 19% and food and beverage revenue per patron growth of 32%, and other revenue growth per patron of 65%. This is all compared to the second quarter of 2019. In the domestic business, admissions revenue per patron increased by 22% compared to Q2 2019, and in our international business, the increase was 12%. And when we normalize for the strengthening of the US dollar compared to 2019, international admissions revenue per patron increased 16%, measured in constant currency. The admissions revenue per patron growth was driven by guests choosing to upgrade to the very best possible sight and sound experiences that are found at our premium large format offerings, such as IMAX, Dolby Cinema, and AMC Prime. Premium large format attendance represented 15.6% of domestic attendance in Q2, and this can be compared to 10.9% in the second quarter of 2019. And in our international markets, Q2 2022 premium large format attendance represented 10.4%, and this compares to 6.4% in the second quarter of 2019. In addition, the second quarter admissions revenue benefited from an overall favorable showtime mix, coupled with pricing adjustments, including blockbuster and opening weekend pricing. From a food and beverage perspective, we enjoyed extremely strong food and beverage revenue per patron as our guests continued to participate in the full in-theater entertainment experience. In our domestic markets, food and beverage spend per patron in the second quarter was $7.52. That is 35% higher than the average spend in pre-pandemic Q2 2019. And in the international business, food and beverage spend per patron was $4.43. That's 22% higher than Q2 of 2019 and 26% higher on a constant currency basis. Our significant food and beverage outperformance continues to be primarily driven by an increase in the proportion of guests choosing to enjoy our industry-leading food and beverage offerings, combined with them purchasing more items per each order, and both of which are made easy and convenient through our AMC apps. Compared to the second quarter of 2019, domestic other revenue per patron increased by 65%, and international other revenue per patron increased by 63% and 69% in constant currency. This reflects an increasingly higher percentage of guests choosing to reserve their seats and order their food and beverage using our industry-leading websites and apps, together with the benefit of growth and diversification initiatives such as renting out our theaters during off-peak times and revenue from various promotional and marketing initiatives. During the recovery period, we have been very agile in adjusting our payroll hours and flexing showtimes to reflect market demand and optimize efficiency. Our Q2 domestic attendance represented 60.5% of Q2 2019 attendance, but 85% of Q2 2019's attendance per showing. Let's move to cash and liquidity. We ended the quarter with a strong liquidity position of approximately $1.18 billion, comprised of $965 million of cash and cash equivalents and $211 million of undrawn credit facilities. The strong results for the quarter led to non-GAAP operating cash generated of $52 million. That's operating cash generated. This is a $178 million improvement compared to Q2 of 2021. Recall that this non-GAAP operating cash generated measurement represents cash generated before debt servicing costs and before deferred rent payback. Looking ahead, we would expect a return to non-GAAP operating cash burn in Q3 as we experience a seasonally strong, softer box office together with working capital pressures relating to the strong Q2 box office. However, we do expect a return to positive non-GAAP operating cash generated in Q4 of this year. Regarding capital allocation, we continue to pursue a balanced and disciplined approach to capital allocation. Our main priorities remain unchanged. 1, ensure that we have sufficient liquidity to manage through the recovery phase of our business. 2, strengthen our balance sheet by reducing our debt and associated interest costs. And 3, investing in our business to enhance the guest experience. And finally, 4, opportunistically pursuing value-enhancing initiatives, including those that lead to diversification and growth of our business. As previously reported, during the quarter, we quietly strengthened our balance sheet by repurchasing through the open market approximately $72.5 million of our 10% second lien subordinated secured notes that are due in 2026. We did this repurchase for approximately $50 million, and this represented a 31% discount to the face value of the debt. As a result of this transaction, we recorded a gain on debt extinguishment this quarter of $39 million, and our annual interest costs will now be reduced by $7.25 million. During the second quarter of 2022, we also strengthened our balance sheet by repaying approximately $53 million of deferred rent, reducing our deferred rent balance to approximately $219 million. Recall that back in March 2021, this deferred rent balance was more than $470 million, and over the last 15 months, we have lowered the deferred rent balance by more than $250 million. We expect to further reduce this deferred rent balance during the second half of 2022 by another approximately $70 million. Actively managing our theater portfolio continues at AMC as we add new high-performing locations and at the same time eliminate low performance, all with the goal of improving guest satisfaction and enhancing our profitability. During the quarter, we added another 12 new theaters and we closed 3. This brings the total number of locations closed since the pandemic began to 98, and the total new locations opened to 45 for a net reduction of 53 locations. And I can tell you that the combined 45 new locations are not only substantially outperforming the 98 closed locations, but they are also nicely exceeding our underwriting expectations. CapEx, net of landlord contributions, was $36 million in the quarter. And for this year, separate and apart from any M&A activity, we expect net CapEx to be in the range of $150 to $200 million. Finally, before handing the webcast back over to Adam, I would like to share with you just how enthusiastic and excited myself and the entire leadership team at AMC is about the groundbreaking special dividend that Adam will now talk about in more detail. Adam.
Thank you, Sean. We'll open up the call to questions in just a few minutes. But before we do that, I'd like to talk about the decisive and bold action we took earlier this afternoon. After months and months of work to get to this announcement, we broke the news in the last hour that we will be issuing a 1-for-1 stock dividend of a new AMC preferred equity unit to our existing common shareholders as of the dividend date of August 19, later this month. This is a major step forward for AMC. In my view, probably the biggest favorable development for our company in all of calendar year 22, both looking back and looking ahead. Looking at the long-term future of our company, we believe this is truly great news for AMC and not such good news for those prophets of doom who may be rooting against us. Indeed, I just spoke with someone I greatly respect at the Wall Street Journal who saw our stock dividend announcement. He told me it was a, quote, genius move, unquote. Somehow I don't think the Journal is going to actually print that, but that is what he said. Earlier this year, I said that AMC intended to take important and bold steps to strengthen our company and to address some of the grievances that many of our shareholders voiced repeatedly in social media and in other forums. I also said, though, that the art form of leading a company is complex and one as much in the spotlight as AMC is knowing what to do and knowing what not to do, knowing when to do it and knowing when not to do it. I commented previously that, in my opinion, we should patiently wait until at least the posting of AMC's second quarter 2022 financial results. I did know, after all, that Top Gun Maverick and Jurassic World Dominion were coming. Well, we posted those results today, and in our minds, those results are incredibly encouraging as we show dramatically increasing attendance and increasing revenues, along with positive adjusted EBITDA, so very much improved versus the same quarter last year. As I said before on this call, thank you, Tom Cruise. So, as a result, AMC shareholders, I am happy to report to you that today we pounce. With the backdrop of AMC's Q2 favorable earnings in the second quarter, it is now time for us to take decisive and even valorous action. Look up that word in the dictionary, valorous. Today, we announced that later this month, AMC will be creating a new class of securities and will be issuing an AMC preferred equity unit stock dividend payable only to holders of our 516,820,595 issued and outstanding company-issued common shares. This includes all of our U.S. and all of our international shareholders as well. We will issue these new AMC preferred equity units on a one-for-one basis. Investors will get one AMC preferred equity unit for each AMC common share that they own as of the record date in mid-August. Along with our common shares, which trade now and will continue to trade on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol AMC, this new AMC preferred equity unit also will be a tradable security. It also will be listed on the New York Stock Exchange starting on August 22, 2022, under the ticker symbol APE. Yes, APE. APE as in AMC, A, preferred, P, equity, E. APE, APE. And informally, we will now refer to our two New York Stock Exchange listed securities as shares for the common stock and as APEs for the AMC preferred equity units. For a variety of reasons, a dividend distribution in just about any form has been a long-standing request from our investor base. Today, we answered that call. So too, this issuance of 516,820,595 new APEs will essentially serve the same purpose as a much-voiced request for a, quote, share count, unquote, as the new AMC preferred equity units will only go to holders of company-issued and outstanding AMC common shares. Again, today, we answered the call. Because the dividend is only being distributed to our current shareholder base as of the dividend record date, there also is no dilution from this initial issuance of the APEs associated with the stock dividend. Because these new APEs all go and only go to holders of company-issued AMC common shares. The number of issued and outstanding AMC commercial shares will remain unchanged at 516,820,595 after the dividend is paid. But of course, each shareholder also will own one APE for every share of AMC common stock held. So, as of August 22, there also will be another 516,820,595 APEs issued and outstanding. Think of this as being very similar to a 2-for-1 stock split, except that in a stock split, an investor would get 2 shares of new common stock for each 1 old common share owned. In the AMC case being announced today, however, given that this is a preferred equity stock dividend, an investor would own 1 share and 1 APE in lieu of owning just 1 common share. Since this stock dividend being announced today is like a stock split, it's logical to assume that once a dividend is issued on August 22nd, the price of our common shares will fall. Vitally, however, and I cannot repeat this enough, for each owned share, investors would not own only a single share, but would own instead a share and an APE. So their economic interest in AMC, which is now just 1 share, would instead be the price of a share plus the price of an APE, both of which will trade on the New York Stock Exchange. And while no one's crystal ball can accurately predict stock market swings or volatility, the economic interest that our shareholders will have in both shares and APEs will be in a company that we believe to be considerably stronger than AMC is now prior to this announcement being made this afternoon. The issuance of APES is made possible given the previously and repeatedly announced approval by AMC shareholders back in 2013 that the creation and issuance of AMC preferred stock could occur solely at the AMC Entertainment Board of Directors' future discretion. While each APE is designed to have the same rights as a common share and can convert into a share of common stock, that conversion decision is still solely up to our shareholders. Conversion can only take place if at a future stockholders meeting, the company proposes and shareholders, including APE holders, vote to approve the authorization of additional common shares. That is still our shareholders' call to make down the road. Or not. It's up to them. But here is probably the most important thing of all in this announcement about the creation of APES today. With the creation of APES, AMC is deeply and fundamentally strengthening our company. We already have shareholder approval in hand, such that our board could decide we can issue more APES in the future above and beyond those going out with this initial dividend. Given the flexibility that being able to issue more APES will give us, we believe that we would handily be able to raise money, if we so choose, which immensely lessens any survival risk as we continue to work our way through this pandemic to recovery and transformation. Rather than having to worry about survival, the flexibility accruing to us from APES can instead let us continue our efforts to try instead for AMC to thrive and to soar. This new AMC preferred equity provides AMC with a currency that can be used in the future to further strengthen our balance sheet, including by paying down some of our debt and other liabilities. It also gives us the ability to seek additional shareholder value enhancing and potentially transformative investment opportunities. I believe that all of this makes AMC vastly, and I mean vastly, stronger. And anything that moves AMC so far forward in a single step is bad news. Bad, bad, bad news for those who wish us harm. Having said all of that, there are a myriad of details and cautions related to our announcements today. So I strongly urge investors, carefully read our press releases and our SEC filings on these matters, which are incorporated herein by reference. To celebrate this milestone and as a token of our appreciation for our shareholders' continued support, we also will be offering a free I Own Ape NFT to all existing AMC Investor Connect members and to new members joining by August 31, 2022. Incidentally, we have some 765,000 people who've joined AMC Investor Connect in the past 13 months. Likewise, based on the popularity of the original I Own AMC NFT that we issued back in January to AMC Investor Connect members, to those who are in AMC Investor Connect or to those who joined by August 31, 2022, they will also be entitled to receive a free updated version of that I Own AMC NFT. Make it a pair. When I think about this pandemic and the journey we have all been on together for the past 2.5 long years, I am ever mindful of our shareholders' dedication to AMC Entertainment, and if I can speak personally for a second, of their trust in me as its CEO. I want everyone listening to this webcast today or on replay later to know once again that my every decision and my every action is intended to work for the long-term benefit of all of our shareholders. I act and think like a shareholder because I too am a shareholder, and a big one at that. At the current AMC share price, I now own outright approximately $15 million of AMC stock, and counting in also my previously granted but unvested shares, assuming they vest at so-called target vesting levels, I have more than a $50 million economic stake in AMC. This is pretty obvious stuff, but that is a powerful incentive for me to do what is right for all of our shareholders. All throughout this effort, I've always been candid. I've always tried to keep my word to our shareholders. Always. I promised only a few months ago that we would be bold. And to that end, a few months ago, I promised that at the right time, we would pounce. Well, today, we pounced. Sean, let's move to questions, both from shareholders and from analysts.
Great. Adam, there's a question that just came in, and it reads as follows. It says, I saw in the press release that you said that this dividend will fundamentally strengthen AMC and has tremendous potential to create meaningful value for both AMC and for shareholders. Is this really as big and important as you claim it is?
Thank you for the question, Sean. Well, I didn't put it in the press release if I wouldn't believe it. You know, those lawyers read those press releases pretty carefully, and they make sure that I'm able to back up what I say. But I'm actually going to surprise everybody, and I'm going to say on this call right now, no, it's not as big and as important as I said in the press release. It's bigger, and it's more important than I said in the press release. As I mentioned in my prepared remarks, I think this is the biggest single step forward that AMC is going to take in 2022. It essentially takes near-term survival risk off the table. You can never say never in the world. There are always uncertainties. But I believe that the flexibility that we will get from the creation of this new preferred stock will allow us to raise cash if we need it. It will allow us to reduce our debt. It will allow us to do intriguing M&A opportunities. This is an enormous step forward for AMC. This is very good news for AMC. And we all know there are a lot of people out there in the world who are not rooting for AMC. This is not good news for them.
Thanks, Adam. And there's actually another one that just came in through the Twitter. It's from an international shareholder saying, will international shareholders get the chance to fully participate in this ape dividend?
The answer to that question is absolutely yes. It's one of the things that we made sure would be the case. You know, one of the things that has bothered me over the past year and a half is that we've gone forward with lots of offers to our shareholders, often through Investor Connect, but often separate and apart from Investor Connect. And often we're giving benefits at our U.S. theaters. That's because we have one IT system across all of our U.S. theaters. You know, we operate in a dozen countries, and we have a different IT system and operate with different brand names all across Europe and the Middle East. It makes it very difficult to make global offers because we can't necessarily program it through all these disparate information systems. In addition to that, with respect to voting rights, there's something that's quite odd to us in the United States, which is many international brokerage firms don't have the capability to facilitate shareholder voting. And so many of our international shareholders feel somewhat either disenfranchised because they're not getting the offers a free popcorn, a free icy, a free cup of coffee, or early advanced screenings that we've offered to our U.S. Investor Connect members, or they've been deprived of their chance to vote not because we're depriving them, but because their brokers are. And so we made absolutely sure that when we issue this AMC preferred equity unit, it will go into the accounts not only of our U.S. shareholders, but our Canadian shareholders, our European shareholders, and our shareholders scattered all over the world. I've received so many comments on my inbound Twitter feed from so many different countries where we have AMC shareholders. I must say, I enjoy your devotion to our company and appreciate reading your comments to me. So yes, this new APE, this AMC Preferred Equity Unit, will be available to our international shareholders as well.
Thank you very much for joining.
Adam, I will just read the next question because I think it's quite self-explanatory here. Question says that now that the box office is recovering from the pandemic, how do you see the relationship between streaming, movie theaters, and film studios? How has it all changed compared to before the pandemic? And where do you see things going in the future?
So this is not a new question or a new problem. This whole issue of not streaming necessarily, but windows and Hollywood studios' commitment to theatrical exhibition has been a live topic really ever since the summer of 2017. And we've been in active dialogue with studios ever since. Nothing really happened to change theatrical exclusivity. With all that discussion in 2017 and 18 and 19, nothing really happened until the pandemic showed up in 2020. And just as theaters were closed, Hollywood could not distribute their movies. And so studio after studio experimented with different releasing strategies of their movies they already had in the can, including some other attempts away from theatrical exhibition. Some studios released films only to streaming, some issued movies to streaming and theaters simultaneously, some issued movies to theaters but on a much shorter basis. Well, this experimenting went on for 2 years. But here's what I believe that everybody learned, especially starting with Sony's movie Spider-Man No Way Home that debuted in December of 2021. If you look at what's happened over the past 8 months with Spider-Man and Uncharted and the Batman from Warner Brothers, and then this big range of hits, one after another, Doctor Strange and Top Gun Maverick and Jurassic World Dominion and Elvis and Thor and Minions, Hollywood has realized again how much money can be made by releasing movies in theaters exclusively first. In addition to that, it's kind of well known that the share price of some major streaming companies started to take a hit, and they started to lose subscribers. And there was a lot of speculation that while the market might be big enough to support one streamer or two streamers or maybe even three streamers, how could it support 10 streamers or more? And I believe that you take all this together, and Hollywood is turning away from streaming, Wall Street is turning away from streaming, Hollywood is coming back to theatrical exhibition. We have agreements now in place with every major studio to take their movies that are released in our theaters on a theatrical basis exclusively for a sufficient period of time where we believe the studio and AMC can make money. And if that new window, which is like a month and a half of exclusive theatrical access, if that's too long, we'll be willing to shorten it with studios. And if it's not long enough, we'll be beating down the doors of studios saying to lengthen it. But you take all of it together, I think this is all very good news for AMC. We have a parade of hits on our hands that either started last December or last March or last May, depending on where you want to start. And remember what I said looking forward. It is going to be a pretty tough, slow August, September. So let's not get over our skis in being too optimistic about third quarter numbers. But look at the movies that are coming in the fourth quarter of 2022. It's going to be monster hit after monster hit after monster hit after monster hit. And if you think the box office is big in 2022, it's going to be billions of dollars more in 23 if our current estimates are accurate. So again, we're quite bullish as we look to the future.
Thanks, Adam. Question here from a shareholder and Investor Connect member saying, what are the bonuses and perks that are offered by AMC to its investors?
A lot. Well, the first perk is we all just announced that we announced that you all are getting a stock dividend in a couple of weeks. And by the way, if I can just add to my answer about our international shareholders, you should get one too, but if you don't get one, definitely contact your broker to determine how you should get one, because you're entitled to one. In addition to the new stock dividend that's coming out, we did set up the AMC Investor Connect program. We got more than 750,000 people who've signed up in its first 13 months. That's available to U.S. and international shareholders. One of the benefits of that is frequent communication from us about what's going on. For our U.S. shareholders, look at what we've done and announced at Investor Connect. Some free offers at our concession stands. We've had a new sort of major movie screening every month, or almost every month, in advance of its public release. In the world of movie fandom bragging rights, if you can see a big important movie ahead of its general release, that's good bragging rights. We've done that month after month after month. Another fun one for me anyway, is we've announced through Investor Connect that I, as Chairman and CEO of AMC, have been hosting movie screenings personally, scattered around the United States, for a chance to watch a movie together with our shareholders. I've done it in 7 cities: LA, New York, Chicago, Kansas City, Dallas, Miami, and Washington, D.C. I'm expecting to do many more in the fourth quarter. And I can announce today with some delight that sometime between September and Christmas, I expect to hold my first overseas investor screening, probably in London, although it's possible we'll go somewhere else in Europe as well. And at these ones that I attend, I shake every hand in the room. I take a selfie picture with everybody who wants one. I've autographed everything from shirts to I even autographed a banana, one of them. It's a great opportunity to meet our shareholders individually, one-on-one. Been 7 of the happiest evenings I've had all year. We will continue to look for more ways to reward our shareholders, and especially on my plate is to figure out how to get some of these offers that we're routinely making at our U.S. theaters available to our investors overseas as well.
Question, Adam, about our expansion plans. Question says, will we see AMC theaters in Canada, for example, or more expansion within Europe?
Well, in Europe for sure, because as you said in your comments earlier on the call, in the last couple of years we opened 45 theaters. Most of those were in the U.S., but many of those were in Europe. And we keep on signing agreements on attractive pieces of real estate to open new theaters. We just opened a theater a couple months ago in Finland that's already one of the most successful theaters in Finland. And that's true that we're looking for new opportunities in all the countries that we currently serve. But for us to enter Canada or other countries in Europe where we're not now present, you pick it, the Netherlands, Poland, wherever we may not be, the best way to do it is not go into a country and open a theater or two and be an irrelevant player in that country. The best way to do it would be to acquire something of some size and scale. And prior to today, even though we had, $1 billion of liquidity available to us at the end of this most recent second quarter, being very careful how we spend it and invest it, because we wanted to make sure that our cash position was always strong. With this new preferred stock currency that we now have, we can get much more aggressive on the acquisition front. And so it's conceivable, not definite, there are no current plans, but it's conceivable that we could do some international acquisitions. This is not a new concept to AMC or to me. All during the history of AMC has grown through acquisition. 3 years ago, 6 years ago when I joined AMC, 6.5 years ago, in my first year we did 3 major acquisitions that took us from being the second largest movie theater chain in the U.S. to the largest movie theater chain in the U.S., the largest movie theater chain in Europe, and the largest movie theater chain in the world. Recently, just in the last year, we bought about a third of the ArcLight Pacific circuit, which did not reopen after the COVID pandemic. And that's going very well so far. The Grove and the Americana theaters in LA, for example, are already 2 of the 30 most highest grossing movie theaters in the entire United States under our management. We just bought 5/8 of the Bowtie Cinema circuit in the Northeast, and that allowed us to double our presence in the state of Connecticut, which is a major bedroom community to New York City, where we have a significant market share. And already the theaters in our Bowtie acquisition are performing about 20% better ahead of the projections we made in our modeling when we went forward with that acquisition. So we know what we're doing with acquisitions, we're good at it. And now that we have a new preferred stock currency at our disposal, we'll keep our eyes open on acquisition opportunities as well.
Adam, I have more investor questions, but why don't we take a moment to shift and see if there are any analyst questions at this point?
Absolutely.
Yes, we have a question from the line of Wald with B. Riley Securities. Please go ahead, your line's open.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. Eric Wald. A couple questions. I guess one, obviously the use of this new currency to potentially accelerate the deleveraging of the company and kind of pay down some of the debt that's been taken on in recent years. What, aside from any new actions you may take in terms of major acquisitions or new entities, just the current state of the company, what do you view as the optimal leverage for a company like yours right now, and given your outlook into next year?
Eric, the optimal leverage for our company is a lot less than we're currently leveraged. Throughout the pandemic, we've taken action to reduce debt. You may recall that in July of 2020, we did a sophisticated bond exchange where we traded equity for debt, and we wiped out, by memory, I think it was $555 million of debt with the stroke of a pen. Gone. Similarly, just a few weeks ago, we announced that in the second quarter, or July, I forget the actual day. I know we announced it. I forget the actual day we bought the debt. I think it was in the second quarter. That we bought $72 $2.5 million worth of debt for $50 million. Got a 31% discount on that debt. Now, $72 million out of $5 billion is like a drop in the ocean. But being able to get our debt back at a 31% discount, that was certainly a good day for AMC. And just as we did a sophisticated bond exchange in the summer of 2020, if we have debt holders who would like to give us our debt back at a discount in exchange for AMC stock, that is a great trade for our shareholders. Similarly, you all have asked us on previous calls about the deferred rent obligations that we took on with landlords, theater landlords, where we owe rent from calendar year 2020 or 2021, this year, next year, year 2024, and in the future. We've already been in contact with several landlords who said that they wouldn't mind getting paid early, and they wouldn't mind getting paid early at a discount if we could swing it. But we've been very mindful of holding on to our cash hoard, that war chest as I described it, because we wanted to make sure that we were always fundamentally in a strong position with liquidity at our side. But we now have a preferred stock currency that we might be able to use to reduce some of those landlord obligations, again, at a discount. How quickly we can delever, Eric, I don't, this is only, we're in the first hour of having this new currency at our disposal. So I'm not sure we can give you an exact number, how much debt we can bring down, over the next 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 24 months, 36 months. What I can tell you is that we're a pretty creative management team. We've taken on a whole host of challenges since 2020, and strengthening our balance sheet and getting a better debt to EBITDA leverage ratio is very much in our bailiwick. So it should happen, and we'll be able to report more to you as we ourselves learn more.
Sounds good. Thanks, Adam. Congrats.
There are no further
We're going
questions.
to go. Sorry, operator?
There are no further questions from the analysts.
Right, we're going to go back to Sean. Do you have any last ones from our shareholder base?
Yes, I do. Let me take a quick look here. There is a question here. I think I'll just cover 3 more quick questions from the shareholders. There's a question here about Highcroft, and what is your timeline for the investment, and are there any anticipated interactions between Highcroft and AMC?
So in terms of Highcroft, I am so convinced that when the story is finally written, this is going to be a good one for AMC. I put out a kind of macho tweet a few months back that said, when the dust all settles, there'll be a lot of crow eating about the Highcroft investment. I wasn't going to be the one eating crow. I still believe that to be the case, in part because Highcroft has raised all the cash it needs to stay in business for years and years and years. Second, in terms of our interaction with Highcroft, I hear that Highcroft has picked up a very smart new member of its board of directors. That would be you, Sean, because Sean Goodman, our CFO, is now a member of the Highcroft board. But third, one of the things that was so intriguing about Highcroft is it operates on 71,000 acres of land in northern Nevada that's mineral rich, and it had only explored in the 40 years it was around 2% of its 71,000 acres. Gold and silver doesn't just exist in a small place. It spreads. And Highcroft just announced, in part because of the cash, not in part, because of the cash that we enabled it to raise. Highcroft just announced that it's starting the biggest exploration program of more of its land than it has done in a decade. And while we won't know what the results of that exploration will be until they do it, you and I are hopeful that they will find a lot more mineral reserves that should be quite lucrative. As far as the timeline for the investment, we got in at a great low market price. We got an amount of warrants in the same quantity as the number of shares that we bought. So we basically double our economics without having to put up double the cash. And when we went into Highcroft, we didn't do it for a 90-day hit. If we wanted to do a 30-day or 90-day hit, we could have, doubled our money in a couple of weeks. But that's not why we entered into the Highcroft investment. We think there's much more there ahead of it for us. And so I think our timeline with Highcroft is sort of like a private equity firm. Hold it for 2 to 7 years and see what kind of value we can create for AMC shareholders. Sometime in that timeline is when I would expect, we know we got in, that's when I would expect we would get out, some number of years from now.
And a question here about AMC's growth initiatives. Person says, I'm particularly interested in branded merchandise, retail popcorn, credit card, NFTs, and alternative content.
I tried to mention it in my prepared remarks, and in the interest of time, I'm just going to say quickly that we're making progress on each of these fronts. I gave some timing in my earlier comments. I think whether it's our popcorn business, our credit card business, our merchandise business, you're going to see increasing activity beginning in the second half of this year and the first half of next year on all fronts.
And the final question that I will ask this afternoon is investors are asking for an update on our green initiatives.
So, the buzzword in the corporate world these days is ESG, and the E stands for environment. And with good reason, many of us are quite concerned about what's happening to the climate on this planet. Here in the Midwest of the United States, it was over 100 degrees for a lot of time over the last few weeks. That's hot. And it would behoove all of us to respect our planet if we'd like our kids and our grandkids to have a planet to live on. The laser projection announcement that we made is not a small announcement. It represents putting in $250 million of new projectors into our theaters. And the benefits are numerous. One, of course, is that for moviegoing, it's going to make for much better moviegoing. It increases the light levels on screen by 50 to 100%, makes the pictures brighter, sharper, clearer, crisper. Moviegoers are going to love it. But environmentalists should like it too, because laser projectors consume far less electricity, and we have thousands of them, and they operate, half the day, 24/7. Or not 24/7, but 7 days a week. And they take a lot less energy. And a little known factor of our current 10-year-old projection technology is that they use halogen bulbs. And halogen bulbs burn out. And they burn out often. And so they need to be replaced, which happens to be expensive. And laser lights don't burn out anytime as quickly as halogen bulbs. But once you have a burned out halogen bulb, guess what you do with it? You put it in a landfill, and I think I'm told it has a half-life of about 5 trillion years. That's not really true. But the point is not having to discard, I mean, it is true that they got a long half-life. It's just not 5 trillion years. But not having to discard halogen bulbs is very good for the planet. We consume less energy. It's an expensive step for AMC, but it's a good one environmentally, and it's a good one for moviegoers. So I think you said that was your last question, and I'm going to wrap.
Yeah.
And I'm going to wrap. To all of you listening today, thank you for your affection and your passion for AMC Entertainment. We've been listening to all the things you've been telling us for the last year and a half. We've taken a lot of actions that reflect your thinking. And we took one today with the creation of APES that will trade on the New York Stock Exchange in just a few weeks under the symbol APE. It's an enormous positive step for AMC. We're thrilled that we're doing it. We think you should be thrilled that we're doing it. Over the long haul, we know that this company will benefit. And so this is a very good day at AMC because today we did pounce. Thank you, one and all. We're signing off.
That does conclude the call for today. We thank you for your participation. I ask that you please disconnect your line.
Alright guys, I don't have the camera or anything hooked up, so we're just going to make this quick here as we sign off, but it does seem like Julia Gulia there is correct. I will try to look into this slightly more, may try to get a video out on it tonight, don't know if I'll be able to do it with a notification or not. If not, maybe I'll just have it come out tomorrow morning. Look, listen, I'm not going to lie. You guys know I'm skeptical of Aron. I don't think that it seems like that good of an idea, especially... Now, I don't know if it's necessarily a bad idea for AMC stock, but from what I've listened to, calling it a currency and not needing shareholder approval, the board of directors are the only ones that need to approve any issuance of preferred equity. What is going to end up happening here is APE is going to be trading on the New York Stock Exchange as a separate share to AMC. Now, initially, I would imagine they're both going to have roughly the same value. So if it splits when it's $19, they're both going to be about $8, $8.50, or sorry, $9, $9.50. And then they're most likely going to become detached from there. You would imagine that they will stand pretty similar in price, knowing that if a vote is ever approved, you're going to be able to trade your share of APE for a share of AMC. So you would imagine they're going to be somewhat attached in value. However, looking at this right here, we could look at this a little further, but I want to see this quoted text, and I don't know where it's going to be at in the article. So it's an end run around the investors who voted against more shares. Yes, after giving about 5 million, should be 500 million, to APE investors, AMC can sell 4.5 billion units to the broader market. So I'd imagine they've got roughly 5 billion shares that they can give out in preferred equity, and they're giving us 500 million. Therefore, we've got the 4.5 billion remaining. Now, using it as a currency, what they're basically saying is that no matter what APE is trading at, if it's trading at $10 a share, because AMC is $10 a share, they can issue without vote at any time they want as many shares, up to the 5 billion, of APE that they want to do, and dilute APE holders, not necessarily AMC holders, with shares of APE outstanding. Use it as a currency that way to raise as much money as they want. Now, will it dilute the price of AMC? Quite possibly, okay? Because at any given time, if APE is trading at, let's say, $1 per share, and AMC is trading at $10 per share, if you go load up on shares of APE, and the vote does get passed, you will immediately be able to trade those $1 shares for shares of AMC, and that will drastically dilute AMC at that point. Now, what it definitely dilutes is your voting rights. If they go out and issue share after share after share of ape, all of a sudden what you have, let's say they were to issue the maximum 5 billion shares of ape. Now all of a sudden, the actual apes who own AMC are walking around with 10% of the AMC vote. And everybody who bought ape is walking around with the remaining 90% of AMC votes, because both ape and AMC have the exact same voting rights. So if they were to issue, let's just say that they were to issue 500 million shares of ape at a $1 price point to somebody like Citadel, right? Now, all of a sudden, Citadel has 50% of the voting rights in AMC Entertainment. They can call the shots. Not saying they would do that, but I'm saying that it will drastically reduce the voting rights. And at that point, all they have to do is vote yes on conversion, and they're able to convert every single one of their ape into shares of AMC, hopes, dreams, just all of it dashed, because they were able to vote it out and because they were able to dilute at any given time that they wanted to with ape. Not saying it's going to happen, but I hate that kind of power, man. And when they're just so obviously referring to it as a currency, it means they will be spending it. They will be using it. Think of the Federal Reserve. When the Federal Reserve wants money, when the U.S. government wants money, what do? They print it. When AMC wants money, what are they going to do? They're going to print it. Guys, it sounds amazing. It sounds awesome. Yes, we will get a share count. Yes, we will see who does or does not get shares of ape in their portfolio. But man, if you don't have shares of ape in your portfolio on August 22nd, August 23rd, and you wake up the next morning and you don't see them there, it's going to be your broker's problem. It's not going to be AMC Entertainment's problem. It's not going to be a Naked Shorts problem. It's not going to be my problem. It's going to be your broker's problem. And hey, at that point, what's AMC Entertainment going to do? Yeah, I don't necessarily like it. So I may do a slight video on it tonight. We'll see. I don't know if I can get it out or not. I know they hate it when I come out with an opposing view or whatever. I'm not convinced that this is necessarily a good idea. Only way, in my opinion, that it's a good idea is if it does expose some level of naked shorts, which I think you guys know my opinion on that so far. So it is a possibility, absolutely, but nonetheless, I am very skeptical at this point, and we're gonna have to see how it works out, because the last thing I want to see are an additional 10 times as many ape out there. Ape starts to trade for $1 when AMC is trading at $10, and all you got to do for every share of AMC, you could have 10 voting shares in ape. You guys own the company easily at that point. So we'll see how it plays out, man. But anyway, I might do a video, might not do a video. You guys can watch it if you want to watch it, but we'll do a couple more shout outs and then we are leaving. Hey guys, thank you very much for staying by, listening to the entire thing. Really appreciate you. Missy, all you guys, awesome. And Lacey, thank you very much for grabbing that green name. Really appreciate it. I don't know if Pika Power, I think Pika is still in here. I got Pika, I'm not on the screen, but we got the jumping jacks going on. Grinning, man. Thank you for the super chat. Thanks for letting me type and not putting me on the FUD timeout. Grinning, man. Nobody gets on timeout in here unless you're like harassing somebody or doing something wild. But absolutely, man. Thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate that. And yeah, you're only going to get put on timeout if you're like harassing somebody or being dumb. And I didn't see anybody being dumb, so good deal. Upgraded from Little Bro Zion's channel. Now that's what I'm talking about. Upgraded from Little Bro into Big Bro. Heck yeah, man. I don't think Adam Aron will issue ape all willy-nilly. They will do it to strengthen AMC company. No, I agree with that, man. I agree. I don't think he's just going to go out there and do that. But I do think that you see that he will be issuing more ape, calling it a currency and calling it their currency that they have access to. It definitely implies that it will be used. It will be used as payment. You know, if they want money, they don't have to reach into their cash reserves. They'll just be able to print that money anytime they want. And although the U.S. government can do it anytime they want, they're not just out there printing zillions of dollars and deflating everything, or worrying about inflation and increasing supply so much the currency is worthless. I don't think that they're going to do that. I mean, that would be wild. We know that. But nonetheless, I just don't like that option. And that's basically what I'm saying is I don't like it when somebody could just print their own money out of thin air, and especially if it dilutes my money. That didn't sound like Jumpin' Jacks. That was Jumpin' Jacks, man. Jumpin' Jacks right there, man. That's what we got going on. Unless I pocket time. Yeah, JB could pocket time you out for sure, man. All right, guys. We'll do these shout-outs. We will be back, man. Pringleton, Miss Missy, DD214, Papa Lion. We've got Frodo, 11 on Simon, Pika Power, Julia Gulia, JB, Pringleton, King Mamba, Pringleton Grinnin, Julia, Chris, all of you guys, man. You know what time it is. So if you want to say it with me, say it with me. Until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.